the work they are trying to do now is trying to make people frustrated, and to discourage people also not to able to put their money into bank. And it's like they are encouraging people to go into the old model of saving money, because with this thing now you have your own money but you don't have access, freedom to able to withdraw the money. It's not a good method, and it's a thing that people will be discouraged, and it will make people to be inside bondage, having your own money but you don't have freedom to able to use the money the way you want to use it.
It is a government policy, and I believe that every government knows the right thing to do to citizens. If it's a bad policy, then later on, those who know more than us will now later tell us it's a bad policy. But as far as it is a policy that government have bring out, CBN governors and whoever is concerned, I believe there's something they think that causes it. That's the only thing I can say. Because I will not challenge government. I cannot say what they are doing is bad. CBN governor and professionals, they know why they did it. Why I did not know. So I cannot be able to say it's a good policy or it's a bad policy. But let's just see what's going to happen in future.
I believe in this CBN policy on POS and other economic issues is related to Nigeria's policy on redesign of Naira. They limiting the citizenship ability to withdraw and then deposit has more to do with the design policy, because actually it is meant to promote cashless policy. You know, when you reduce the amount of cash people who deposit and withdraw, you give them limit, and that limit is as a result of CBN to encourage them to use transfer, cashless, and then other means of electronic money policies.
The initiation of such a policy, the withdrawal limits, for example, whereby one is only allowed to withdraw 100,000 in a week, 100,000 naira in a week, will actually encourage, Nigeria, when you look at in the grand scheme of things, Nigeria is a highly consumerist environment. We have so much consumption. There is so much consumption here with little production to compensate for the consumption. Do you know what I mean? So basically, with such a regulation, there will be a down regulation of consumption, because there will be little money in circulation, particularly hard cash. Likewise, it will encourage a cashless policy. It will encourage this cashless policy. The world is, as the world is inching towards globalization, whereby things are becoming digitalized. Do you know what I mean? Electronic, so to speak. So, cashless policy will make Nigeria inch closer towards digitalization. Industrialization will be more present on the global grid, because we will fulfill certain parameters. We will tick certain boxes on the checklist that will make Nigeria more developed in the grand scheme of things in general.
It's a cashless policy that they want to promote. We know about that. If you ask me, if I have to take or to say my mind, I'll say it's a very good one. Because one, it will avoid people carrying much money about. You understand? Secondly, I overheard some media saying that it will have to reduce corruption in the society. No, it will not. Those that have their way, they know how they can go about carrying their money about. It will not. It has nothing to do with reducing corruption, or maybe reducing all these kidnappers not to kidnap again, their means of getting their money. No, if I may ask, it's like they said you can transfer any amount you can transfer. You want to transfer to anybody, you can transfer it, right? You can do that. Secondly, the POS going to withdraw 200 naira denomination from POS, ATM, and you'll be carrying, you cannot get more than 20,000 naira, 20,000 naira a day for individual. Well, if you ask me, we are trying to kind of emulate for the Western country. That's what they are trying to bring in now. But if you check at the other side, let us not just look at that area alone. There are many areas that Nigeria are supposed to emulate the Western country. In terms of corruption, what is happening in the country? The way things are going in this country. Look at Nigerians suffering today. Let me tell you, some days ago in my state, did you know that up to ₦1 billion was found in one of these politicians' house, stuck in a sack, and at the end of it, the money was spoiled. The money is spoiled, everything destroyed. You understand? Now, this same person that stuck this money in his house have family members that are poor, that are living below 500 naira a day. They have staffs that are also not doing well, that you would have given 1 million naira to them, that they will appreciate you. They are not doing that. So what they are doing has nothing to do with like cutting down corruption. It cannot cut down corruption. You understand? Now, the other way again is, you talked about the 200 naira in the ATM. The ATM. Well, you get 200,000 naira or 20,000 naira a day. Carrying it about, you feel that you are carrying something, but it may not solve your need for the day. So when you are going, you make transfer. So to my own view, I will tell you that it's a right step. It's a right step. It will reduce people carrying bulk money about. It will reduce people carrying a lot of money around. This is for I and you. The rich men can go with any amount they want to carry. They can carry millions in their briefcase. Nobody will ask them. Nobody will question them. You just say something that if you want to withdraw more than the necessary amount or the required amount, you give 5%. It doesn't mean anything to them. Even you ask them to give 20% of whatever they want to get, they can give and go with it. But for we that we want to get 200,000 naira, and for instance, I have a project that I want to use 1 million naira, I'm going there and somebody is telling me to give 5%. If you are cashing 1 million naira and 5% is 50,000 naira, isn't it? It's 50,000 naira. You will find it hard to let 50,000 naira go. So all these things they are doing is the masses that will feel the impact, that they will feel the pain, not them.
Okay, the truth of the matter is that it is very frustrating. The reason why it is frustrating is that we are not used to that system. When you develop or you're igniting a new thing, you introduce it in batches, systematically. I support cashless economy, but at the level of development where we are, we're not yet supposed to do it with this kind of speed. For instance, in the rural areas, you find out that you cannot buy pepper across in one small shop and you transfer money for the pepper. I mean, even the interest that you use to transfer it. So it's a system over the years. Even in the United States where they do cashless economy, they are still doing it pari passu with the money. Meanwhile, what right do you have to sit on top of my money and tell me when to use it, how to use it? It's improper. Even the National Orientation Agency should go ahead and make these things known to the public so the public can understudy it. We give ourselves time. Other countries, what they do in policies is that they bring out a policy, 10 years, 20 years policy, 50 years policy. Then over time, it will master the people. People will get used to it. So I do not support this introduction of this limiting one from accessing your money only by electronic means. Not everybody can use the electronic system of payment.